Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Wellness Wave, a podcast series on health and wellness organized by the Department of Media Science, the Heritage Academy. Today we have on board Dr. Ananya Bhowmik, an eminent clinical nutritionist and a wellness coach, also the founder director of the Wellness Clinic, Code Wellness Private Limited. Hello, ma'am. We are very honored to have you on board today.
Thank you so much.
To start off with, my first question would be we as youngsters, we consume a lot of junk food and carbonated drinks, which definitely does not have a good effect on our health. What would be your suggestion in minimizing those harmful effects?
See, what is important is how do you choose? I mean, if I say completely stop having fast food or completely stop having carbonated drinks, then that is a world which doesn't exist.
Right.
So we have to choose the right kind of balance between them. So I don't always say that do not have it completely. But if we have, for example, if I look into 7 days, so in those 7 days, if I can at least take care of the 6 days with a balanced diet, then 2 meals in a week, if that goes wrong, it doesn't really matter to that extent.
Right.
So that is where we have to strike a balance. Now, the problem is when it is like everyday lunch is fast food. Everyday lunch, you don't have tiffin from the house, or you choose food that is fast food. So there I would say we need to change the approach, and that is where our lifestyle and diet is going for a toss, and that is why these youngsters are more prone to have lifestyle diseases like PCOD
Right.
and even hypertension. For the matter of fact, people are becoming hypertensive before 30s. So there we need to change it and not make it a daily affair. So if it is possible to, I'm not saying you have to get food from home all the time, which at times it is difficult. So in that case, what we can do is we can choose wisely. So in that choosing of wisely, it is always seen that if you go to any full-fledged canteen or full-fledged place where rice and roti are being made on a daily basis, so if you choose from there, then naturally you will be able to avoid fast food on a daily basis.
Right.
So that makes it simpler. And I guess one more thing, since I'm a wellness consultant, I always say that if you are having something every day, you lose that excitement of having
Right.
it. So if fast food interests you a lot, if carbonated drinks interest you a lot, then why not have it twice a week? Then have it on a daily basis.
Right.
So if you go back and look at your mental health, that will give you more pleasure. Trust me.
Right. Yeah. So, ma'am, moving on, how important is breakfast? Is skipping breakfast good or bad for our health? Like, what is the effect that breakfast has on our health?
See, at times we go for intermittent fasting. We design the diet like that.
Right.
And there is a reason for intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is not for all. There are a lot of, I can go to the details later on maybe. But when it comes to breakfast on a regular basis, yes, we usually recommend 3 meals a day, so where breakfast is one of the main meals. And if you come to look at it, if you're leaving for the whole day and actually you do not know, since this is for students, I guess
Right.
I'm talking from that point of view. So when a student is leaving for the day in the morning, and then throughout the day he or she is in the college or doing some activities where he or she is not really aware that when that person is going to get a break for the lunch or things like that, it is not that calculated. So if that happens, and then there might be tuitions, or then there might be something else, so what happens is, one meal you surely know that you can have on time, and that's breakfast. So when it comes to young adults or this age group of 20s, I always recommend have a proper detailed breakfast. Make it one of the most important milestones of your diet because that is in your hands.
Right.
And if that is a balanced diet, then the rest of the day gets less hampered. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you feel more full, and you can carry on for a longer time.
Okay. Ma'am, since we are talking about intermittent fasting and you said it's not good for everyone.
Yes.
So does these detox diets that people follow, detox diets and cleanses, are they useful? Like, do they work at all?
See, the detox diet concept is very vague, firstly, because it's not like there's a substance which has dirt on it and you clean it.
Right.
Body is not like that.
Right.
It is not that easy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have taken, like, I have taken 15 years to learn what I've learned. I mean, I've done 15 years of degree after degree. So, if it would have been that easy, I would have taken 1 or 2 months.
Right.
Okay, so naturally it's not very easy. It's very complicated. So the term detox, I think it is very loosely used. So yes, what we do is when a person has gone through various kind of diets, which is nowadays I call it real diet. Don't mind,
right.
for your generation I call it real diet because every reel has a new diet plan and people have a tendency to follow them.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a mind game after all. So, once they are following that, their metabolism, their lifestyle, everything goes for a toss. So, what do we need to do? We need to stop that complete haywire scenario in the metabolic level and get them back to a normal circadian rhythm. Now, I don't want to use such jargons. I'm saying something very normal now. That is body clock. Yes,
Right.
that's the word. Body clock, everybody understands. So that body clock goes for a toss. And body clock is extremely important to control the metabolism.
Okay.
So, once you are doing those kind of erratic diets or erratic lifestyle, when you get back to that kind of maintained, controlled lifestyle and diet, if you want to call it, you call that detox.
Right.
But actually, that is what, helps you get out of that zone. Which has completely, made you lose your appetite, made you lose your sleep, made you more prone to infections, your skin has gone for a toss, your hair falls. So all this, aste aste, very slowly,
Yep.
it comes to normal rhythm. So that if you call it detox, then you call it detox, but there is no detox, drink. There is no shortcut, my dear.
Yeah.
Please get it straight. Health has no shortcuts. It is not a computer. There is no controlled alt delete. You do something, you reap what you sow.
Right.
So you cannot delete that. Yes, you can reverse that, but then to reverse, you have to put in that effort. You have to go on with that, rhythm, with that correct diet, with that correct lifestyle for a certain amount of time, to get back that result.
Right.
So that's why I guess we come into play.
Ma'am, are dairy products necessary for building strong bones? And if so, then what would be your suggestion for the lactose intolerant people?
See, dairy products, for example, when it comes to growth, so the first 18 years of everybody's life, calcium needs are very high. So definitely we always recommend dairy products. It's very common. I do on a daily basis, and later on also I do. In fact, for women women when they are in 40s, I regularly give them dairy products. So it is very important. But yes, there is a huge roar about lactose intolerance. Well, lactose intolerance needs to be documented. Now the problem is a lot of people think they are lactose intolerant, but they are actually not. So it needs to be diagnosed by a doctor, and not by yourself. Again, as I say,
Yes.
you need a lot of learning to understand a particular thing. So that is always there. So if a person is lactose intolerant and it is diagnosed that way, then scientifically diagnosed, then we have a lot of options. For example, we give green leafy vegetables. We incorporate good amount of nuts, and it is also important to incorporate lactose free milk. There are
Yeah.
all these available. For example, you have oat milk, you have almond milk, you have soy milk. So nowadays it is a very common affair. So you get all these alternatives very easily. But yes, if you go without dairy products for a very long time, for example, 15 years, 20 years, it is always good to check your calcium levels and your vitamin D levels. So once you do that, if needed, you can always take supplements, and if not, you can carry on the way you are.
Okay. Ma'am, is a vegan or a vegetarian diet healthier than a diet that contains meat?
No, see, this is a wrong concept again. This is a very common question that I've asked. The thing is, when you are a vegan, your choices of protein is different.
Right.
It doesn't mean that those choices are unhealthy. Okay. But even when you're a vegetarian, your choices of protein are different. So it's just the choice of protein that matters. At the end of the day, if you're having a proper quantity of rice and a good quality of dal, the combination of that protein is fabulous.
Okay.
It contains almost all essential amino acids that our body needs. So I guess that is good enough. But yes, we need an addition of proteins. So, vegans, they go for different kinds of pulses or things like that, and non-vegetarians go for non-veg. But that is just a choice.
Like both of them serve their purposes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Ma'am, for people like us who are young, we often stay away from our families for studies or job requirements, and we are responsible for our own food habits, and we are often careless about what goes into our body. So what would be your suggestion for us to like maintain a good eating habit?
See what happens with you people. You people should first understand that the basic block of health is a balanced diet.
Right.
See, you people are not really diseased at this point of time. Most of you are not. I mean, PCOD is very common. So if I'm keeping that away, then clinical diet doesn't come into play right now in your life. So it's more about a diet which can help you continue a healthy life so that you don't fall ill very soon. Okay, so a diet which can help you stop lifestyle diseases or metabolic syndromes in your life is basically balanced diet. And when it comes to balanced diet, I would definitely recommend that you include decent amount of carbohydrate in your diet, which usually this generation's plans to avoid for good. So a normal amount of carbohydrate. I'm not asking you to have 5 rotis, but 1 or 2 rotis is completely healthy. You should have it. So yes, you include a bit of carbohydrate in your diet. There should be a decent amount of vegetables or fruits in your meal. Like in your daily diet, it is impossible that you do not like any vegetables.
Right.
So this is not possible. So try to include a little bit of vegetables or at least one fruit in your 24 hours. And with that, you guys are very good with protein. So I don't need to talk about that because you all have too much of protein.
Right.
That is also not recommended, and without any reason, please do not have supplements. Like that is something which is I should say, that is the most stupid thing this generation is doing. Because you are taking chemical substances which are not even recommended by someone who has read about it. So that is a very irresponsible thing to do. So do not take any medicine, like even an antacid, without a doctor's prescription, or do not take supplements.
Okay.
Try to go for normal food substances. वैसे भी, even in today's life, our normal food is adulterated. So let's not make our lives more complicated. have food. Okay, whenever you're hungry, have food, and try not to take coffee or tea when you're hungry. That is not food. Okay, try to go for food.
Yeah.
That is what is recommended.
Okay.
And water.
Right.
One more thing, you people, I'm sorry, I'm saying you,
Yeah,
but I'm actually trying to, I'm not
no,
addressing
no,
you,
no,
I'm
that's
trying to address this, this age group from 18 to 30.
right.
Okay, this age group, this is the time when you, whatever lifestyle or whatever diet you have, that has direct effect on your metabolic level, that decides whether you are going to be diabetic, whether you're going to be hypertensive, whether you're going to be PCOS. So this is all, these are all lifestyle diseases. So if you have these years sorted with your diet and lifestyle, you can be very relaxed later on. So try to incorporate at least 2.5 liters of water in your diet. And it is water. When I say water, I'm not meaning a supplement. I am not meaning a cold drink. I mean water. So water per se is something which we are missing. And young generation, this generation now, I don't know, Gen Z, whatever you all call yourself, please have water and get sleep. Another very important aspect is when you are not getting sleep, if you're not being able to sleep sound, get sound sleep, or you're not being able to get your sleep when you're trying to go to sleep, then please consult a doctor or a wellness consultant or a lifestyle expert, because that is a very crucial symptom for a lot of issues later on. And this is a problem which even we have avoided. When we were studying, we were also very casual about sleep issues. You guys are also very casual about sleep issues. So we somewhere need to understand the importance of sleep. Okay, so like you need to work, you need to take rest.
Right.
So this is a very important aspect of wellness when it comes to balanced diet. So that's why I spoke about every
Yes.
aspect.
So, ma'am, coming to the last question, what are certain dietary habits or choices that one should definitely maintain in order to avoid health-related issues?
I think I already covered that also. So, one more thing that I would like to include is, other than whatever diet I told you and lifestyle issues I told you, I would like to include one more thing. That is, when you have to do energy expenditure also, right? Now, energy expenditure doesn't always mean going to the gym. So, in that case, I would always suggest you that when a person cannot do gym for a regular basis, then that person should try to do some kind of activity which that person enjoys. For example, some person may enjoy just swimming. Some people may enjoy walking or maybe dancing. So these are little things which can be incorporated, and there is a satisfaction factor, attached to it. So I guess we as individuals, we have to look into ourselves and find out exactly what kind of activities, interest us. So give some time to yourself, find out the activities that interest you, and try to incorporate them in your life. Gym and only gym can make you look fit is a very wrong concept. Okay, so try to incorporate those physical activities which you like, which you enjoy in your life, so that you can say that is your me time.
Right.
So with the diet, if you can incorporate all these things, then that works.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. With that, we come to the end of the session. Thank you for joining in, and please stay tuned to this channel for more such updates related to health and well-being.